I recently replied to someone's thread that said, "Hey founders, what are you working on this week?" And my response wasn't super witty, it wasn't shocking or clickbait. It was just my genuine answer to her question. But her response was, "Oh." And that was the moment that I realized that something that I think is so straightforward, so in plain sight, maybe wasn't or isn't. And that I should probably start talking about this a little bit more, since what I basically shared was my approach to batching the time that I spend checking off my marketing tasks. And this approach has been the one that's helped me keep up with my marketing as a serial entrepreneur. Hi, my name is Taylor, and I'm a small business marketing consultant and one of the founders of Enji, which is the only project management tool that brings planning and doing your marketing together. And in this video, I'm going to share one of my techniques that I use to project manage myself when it comes to getting my marketing tasks done. And that is to batch my time around each marketing channel. Because, yeah, that was my response to the thread. Yesterday was YouTube, today and tomorrow are email marketing, and Thursday is ads. And that's what got the, "Ooh, tell me more" response. So let me tell you more. But I'll skip the whole batching your time is helpful speech because I think you already know that. If you don't, leave a comment and I will share more. And I'm skipping that because I don't want to just talk about how or why batching your time is helpful. I actually want to get into how batching your time might be more efficient when it comes to your marketing. Because the approach that you might be taking, I think, is different than mine. Remember, I thought this was all in plain sight, but apparently it's not. And you're likely watching this video because what you're doing isn't really working for you right now. So what is the difference between how you batch your time with marketing and how I batch my time with marketing? Well, I'm taking a very educated guess here, but you probably have a couple hours here and there on your calendar blocked out to batch work on your marketing. And when those days come up, you are working on a few things during that time, like maybe getting just this week's worth of stuff done. And it's pretty productive, but maybe you still feel like you're bouncing around things and not being super efficient with your time. Me, on the other hand, when I have time blocked on my calendar to batch work on my marketing, it is focused on one marketing channel alone. And my goal is to get 2 weeks ahead with that one marketing channel. So yeah, my yesterday was YouTube. That means I scripted, recorded, edited, and scheduled 3 YouTube videos to go out over the next 2 weeks. I didn't just script a single video and then go record an Instagram reel and then maybe start my next email newsletter. What I did was go deep on a channel for that day instead of skim the surface on a bunch of things. Like, I actually got the thing done so that I don't have to think about it for a while. I didn't just get started on a bunch of things that are now becoming unfinished tasks that get to just hang over my head. I hate that. And that is why my approach to batching is likely more productive than yours, because I get to close the loop and check the tasks off as done when I walk away from them. I'm not needing to put another task on my calendar to finish what I started. But you know why else batching by channel is really helpful? I give myself the time that I need to do good work. I'm not rushing to get a YouTube video done and then an email newsletter and then schedule a bunch of Instagram posts all in a couple hours. I'm just focused on one thing at a time. So is this approach worth a try? I think so. And here are my tips to help you get started if you want. Now, the easiest way for you to make this change is to simply keep using the time that your batching schedule is on and limit the work that you're going to do to just be the one channel. Don't start a bunch of social posts, and I want you to actually... The easiest way that you can make this change is to simply keep using the batching schedule. The The easiest way to make this change is simply to keep the batching schedule that you're on, but limit to what you're working on to one channel. Don't just start a bunch of social media posts, actually get them scheduled. Or don't just outline a blog, actually get it published. Now, if you want to get into this a little bit more, I would suggest adding a monthly content and marketing planning day so that you can pre-plan what you're going to work on so that by the time you're sitting down to batch work on stuff, you have your plan already laid out. And if you want to take this even further, I encourage you to stretch yourself to block enough time on your batching days that you're getting through 2 to 4 weeks of stuff for each channel each time that you are working on it. And here's what helps me make all of this work. I use Enji to project manage myself to make sure that this gets done. My marketing calendar lives there, my channels are all organized with my to-dos, and my tasks are ready when I sit down to work. So when it's YouTube day, I'm not deciding what I need to work on. I open up Enji and I start. And I do the work so it's done and off of my brain. That's the difference between wanting to be consistent and actually pulling it off with your marketing. And if this batching approach seems interesting to you, I promise that Enji helps make it so much more doable. And you can try it free for 14 days, no credit card, no pressure. And the best case, marketing feels lighter and like you have more control over it. Worst case, you spent 2 weeks trying something new. So you can go to enji.co to start your free trial, and your future marketing to-dos, I promise, are going to get done.